Hello everyone, what is up? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to continue in Tyrine. We're basically going to wrap up whatever we had left in Tyrine, whatever there was left to do. Now last time I did mention we had not found a jar of the elders, or whatever it's called. Kind of weird, I will admit. Usually I find those jars a lot faster, because they're kind of like not out of your way or anything. It's actually pretty easy to get to. You just like head over, well, okay, it's not exactly over here. You just have to find the spot. I think over here on the bridge, no. Wait, where is it? Man, every time I say that it's not that hard, it gets a lot harder all of a sudden. Yeah, where is it? Good question, really. I think it's up here. I know where it is, I just don't know how to get there for a second. Sometimes it's hard to remember. Life can be hard. It's definitely not here, though. That's not it. But now I do have the nice little weather effect, so there's that. That's a nice enough bonus, isn't it? Yes, yes it is. I mean, it's definitely somewhere. I know that much. Does that definitely satisfies anything you would ever have wanted to know, I'm sure. Although, I'm just kind of confused where exactly it is, because... Oh, there it is, right. You have to go to the northern mounts, that's it. Okay, so this guy's going to point out that he's lost all interest in life because he's old, probably, and blah blah blah. It's fine, you know. It's his life. Over here we're gonna find a dead spirits jar, which is what we've been looking for. So with that dead spirits jar, we can actually now go back to Tyrine and we can wrap up this quest, because that's all you needed. You just needed the jar. I'm kind of surprised that I hadn't done that yet, but you know, sometimes you just forget to do the small details. Anyways, we're gonna enter Tyrine. We're gonna head straight back to the bottom. We're gonna head over back to where we were earlier, into the haunted house. I don't know if we can talk to him normally this time. We cannot. Okay. So that means we're still gonna have to use the Toad's Bloods to revive Aldorlea and Marion. Marion's going to use her undead speaking skill, and we are going to enter back into the mind of Peleus. Back in the mind of Peleus. And we can enter right here. Quickly kill this, doesn't matter. We're gonna give the dead spirit jar and the thing that he wants. And now we're gonna talk to, well, Domar, who's the spirit that's actually haunting this place. Now, we can try to convince this guy, but we're gonna need an incredible amount of mind power in order to succeed at that. How much mind power exactly? I think it's nearing the 600, but I'm not 100% sure whether it's 600. What I do know is we can equip the Jeweled Cane, and that's about it. That's about, well, the Indanera Mail too, I suppose. And the Mountaineer Mantle is going to increase our mind a little bit, and honestly Charlotte's Earrings as well. So let's there we go. So that is one way to solve this quest. The other way is to fight the ghost. The other way is to fight the ghost. When did I last save? Yes, sir. The other way is to fight the ghost. Now, just, you know, because why not? I'll go ahead and fight him. Why is mouse controls back on? I don't want mouse controls on. Mouse controls are awful. Thank you. No. No mouse controls. No mouse controls. Are they off? Yes. Weird. Then why does this still... Okay. Good. Good. Alright. So, the other option is that we actually fight this guy, Domar, and I will say, he is not necessarily an easy fight. The best way I have found to fight him is to just use a mix of holy powders, burning grounds, you know, all the good stuff. All the good stuff that we usually use. As you can see, that dealt that 1,700 damage to this guy. And on top of that, like, you could just keep using them. We can use Omega Budons. Not the most useful, I feel, against this guy. You can also use, you know, whatever healing items you have. Now, he does spawn more allies as time goes on, but the Burning Grounds really do make short work of him. It's very easy to kill him with the Burning Grounds. Now, the side enemies, you want to use the Omega Budon for, so if you're choosing to kill him, that's that. Now, I guess we'll kill him for real, because I don't know. I don't know which one I actually prefer in terms of, like, options. I believe that killing him is more rewarding because you do get the XP. It's a lot of XP if I remember correctly. So we're just going to use the Burning Grounds first until he's dead. And then once he's dead, we can use the Omega Budon to clean up the ghosts that he spawned. The ghosts aren't particularly disastrously strong, but they are hard enough to, you know, at least be somewhat of an issue. So I'm going to toss one Omega Budon now, and I'm going to use Burning Grounds with the other two. As you can see, that did kill the ghost that already existed, so that's good. And now we're just going to use Burning Grounds to finish this fight off. And there we go. Okay, so that drops us one Necro tier and gives us 2,337 XP. You can debate which option here is better. I believe killing him gives you the XP, so that's pretty good. And if you tell this lady that you're the one that exercised the place, you're going to get 130 gold, which, you know, I suppose is nice enough. There's not much else you can get from this anyways, so there's definitely that. Alright, so that's another quest completed, as you can see here. So right now, we're going to quickly check our quests. We've completed every quest until quest 21, which is, no, until quest 20, which is until you reach Pizarra. And then quest 21, we find Ivine. Quest 22, quest 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30. And then we're missing quest 31, but I believe that's this one. There we go. So quest 31 is right there. 33, 34 is the quest that we're going to get after this. So that's normal. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. So we have completed every quest except for 2, which means, obviously, that it's time to complete the last 2 quests that we have to complete. Now, as I've mentioned before, it's a pity that Marion's in our party, because that's going to disallow us to really do much else, given that she's going to be poisoned the entire time. Now, someone asked me in the comments of the last video, what's the reward for doing any of this? Keeping the Reeker bulb with you. Also, before we enter the mines, we're just quickly going to go ahead and we're going to venture here. Why? That's because a lot of the debuffs that Sarah is currently afflicted with are going to disappear when we enter one fight and then just leave. So that's why we're entering one singular fight. And then, you know, that's just going to be a lot better. I am just quickly trying to see if there's any way to, like, okay, there we go. Right, as I was saying, we should be able to, now that Sarah is recovered, we can actually venture into the mines. So this map, right here, the mines, is going to take us to the Mines of Xar. The Mines of Xar. Now, I can guarantee you there is nothing of interest in this place. There might be 1 or 2 items, I am honestly not even sure. But I can guarantee you there is absolutely nothing of interest here, aside from the fights. The fights are obviously useful because they're fights, like that's kind of the point. But in terms of, like, useful items and such, you're not gonna find any here. Also, because we're currently so decently leveled right now, these fights really aren't that hard anymore. That's why we're doing this at the end of the game, at the end instead of, like, a little bit earlier. You definitely can come here a bit earlier, maybe before you have Marion, so that you're not bothered by the Reeker bulb as much. But in general, it really doesn't matter too much. The only place of interest that you can find, and I do say interest with, like, a little bit of a grain of salt, is over here. There's a chest with 101 gold in it. And I'm thinking, like, I think some of the mine carts that you can inspect also have, like, maybe one, maybe two very minor items. But really nothing worth going out of your way for. There's another chest here with another little bit of gold. Like I said, really nothing to break your head over. Like I said, 75 gold. Given the fact that we're running around with 15,000 gold right now, it's really not the most relevant that we're finding, like, minuscule amounts of gold here and there. But, you know, okay. Anyways, once you've explored the place... right, I'm sorry, there's a mountain balm there too. If you really care about mountain balms, there you go. Once you've collected the mountain balms, I suppose, there's also this little cave here. Once again, you know, really not that much special in here. All in all, I think maybe one of these has a healing... But yeah, there you go. And that's literally already it. So, really, it doesn't matter too much that you don't explore this place thoroughly. I think I just triggered the fights that I did not want to trigger yet, because this guy, Neflat, is a lot stronger. Yep, there we go. Okay. So, I knew that was gonna happen. I just forgot, like, I wasn't watching what I was doing. It's fine, though. Neflat is actually a relatively decently tough boss. It's not that he's particularly strong, it's more that he, isn't... Well, you know... He deals a lot of damage, he has an AoE attack. That alone is honestly enough to be tedious. We can definitely kill the thing in the back there, and then we can revive random, hopefully. After maybe... Nope, okay. So that's the issue. He has a really strong AoE attack that basically wipes your party out when you try to fight. I don't think there's much you can do about the fact that he AoEs you. And missing our attack against the Wind Servant really doesn't help. Kind of annoying that happens, but you know whatever. Okay. So once again, we're going to take out the Wind Servant first. We're going to use Noxodox Curse, Brain the Hylas, because you never know what that might be useful. You know, I know RNG is RNG, but I would love it if RNG was like a little bit less RNG sometimes. Okay, that apparently kills her, so that's fine then. Sure. Now we use Whirling Blades, and I'm actually just gonna straight up use the Necro Leash here. Now, the thing is... Oh, I didn't actually use Random's hero skill yet. Now, I actually don't know what this guy is even weak to. I would assume that he can be Metalist Cursed, since otherwise we're in a bit of trouble, since he really isn't taking any damage, but... Okay, no, he resisted that. That's great. That's just great. We can try Silver Sword, I suppose. Well, Silver Sword did damage, at least. Like I said, like, this guy is not exactly the most fun to fight. Oh, the Ivine Egg kind of does the same as in previous games. The Ocean Love, that's kind of good to know. The names get wonky if you've played the games like enough times. Alright, so at this point, he's Metalist Cursed, which basically means that as long as we stay healed up, we're fine. Just heal up every time that he attacks. Now, I feel like out of all the fights in Laxius First 1, this is maybe the one that's, like, the hardest early on. Just because he resists a lot of your damage, and the Wind Servant that's behind him kind of doesn't make it easier by AoEing your team when you try to fight. But even then, like, it's not that special. Anyways, we can open up this chest which will give us Eternal Wanderer, and then if we kill Mama Beckford, that's the name of the lady, believe it or not. Once we kill her, basically, this is done. The mines definitely isn't the hardest section of the game. Although, you know, it's a quest. And obviously the entanglement that we got from the Arachnea scythe kind of maintains its utility. for a while yet, because it can entangle enemies, which is a pretty rare debuff to have. And then over here we can do this. That's going to give us another Necro Leash, and I believe that's actually it. That's actually all we can do here. Yeah. So now that that's done, we can actually go back to the town hall, and we can go ahead and mention to them that we have finished the quest. And we're gonna get 5,000 gold. Now I'm actually not sure if equipping the persuasion items that we have is going to make that, well, if mainly equipping the lock ring, obviously, is going to actually increase the amount of gold that we're gonna get. We might as well try and see what that does. Let's equip the luck ring. Okay. Fog, rain. Nope. Alright, so that's not gonna help us, that's fine. Purity ring back on, and we're gonna leave again. And now that we have our 5,000 gold, great. We are actually going to go ahead and discuss... And we're actually going to be told that there's another place that we should check out, which is quest 34, like I said, the quest that we were missing. Are the mines responsible? No. But is the volcano responsible for the weather? So the next quest is going to be to explore a volcano and see if that's the place that's causing the rain, the endless rain. Now, the volcano, again, not particularly too much special. This thing can be plagued, which is why the Cerberus jaws are in part so important. Otherwise, she can be a really tedious fight. But if you just plague her, she becomes pretty easy. Okay, so now this is very fun. Truly, very fun. That's sarcasm, by the way. This is maybe one of the most tedious fights in the game for me. I don't know why, I really hate this fight. You can silence them, which is great. Like, absolutely amazing that you can silence them. Sadly, like, I don't know. Maybe they won't show why I hate them. No, there they go. Tentacle hits. So yeah, tentacle hits, fun fact, not actually a skill. Meaning they can use it, even when they're silenced. Tentacle hits, obviously, is a really strong skill. It does a lot of damage to you, for absolutely no reason, by the way. And there's not that much you can do about it, except just, yeah, just fighting and praying that you survive. And we did not survive, so, you know, on to the next one. And you basically just soft reset this until it works out. I hate this fight. I think it's incredibly difficult, and I've seen people say it's not that hard. Well, I disagree. I think it's that hard. And not getting any poxes does not really help. Now, there's items that we can use, but I really don't want to, because I know that you can win this without it. Also, I guess you can pre-buff. I guess you can pre-buff a bit better at the start of the fight. The obsidian muscles do help, though. But then they attack you normally, and you still take a lot of damage. No. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and pre-buff a bit. We're going to use Hero. We're going to go ahead and use Mass Notes. There we go. Obsidian Muscle. And we can also use Meditation, I suppose, if we really want to. We can also use Energizer, which is going to inflict lightning speed on her. And then we can use this to remove the poison effect. We can use the Hero Cream to inflict heroism on all our characters. And we can use the Silver Powder to make random half weapon up as a buff. So to say that we're a little bit stronger now is a bit of an understatement. As you can see, we tanked the attacks pretty well. Well, not insanely well, but we did tank them decently well. We can use Whirling Blades again. We're actually going to inflict Spox this time. And as you can see, Random isn't dying as easily this time around. Which actually does not guarantee the win, because these things still do a pretty decent job at resisting. And they have 1,000 more health at least. Now, if you level up, and I mean a lot, you can get Bitwit Calling, which will deal really good damage to these guys. But that's not really what we're looking for, I feel. You can use one Omega Budon if you want on these guys. Like I keep saying, the Omega Budons really aren't that relevant later on in the game. And this does really good damage to them, at the very least. So I guess that works. And then you can kill them that way. Is that the best way to do it? I don't know. Which is why I don't, like, want to finish the fight, because I want to reload. Is that the best way to finish the fight? No, I think the best way to finish the fight is to go ahead and focus one with the attacks. And try to entangle another one. Which Sarah is doing a lovely job of not doing, but whatever. Yeah, thanks Sarah. Glad you're always here for me. So this way we saved the Omega Budon. We didn't waste it this time, and the entire party gets the XP still. As for this, these are just wind servants, which means you do, like, as long as you do the same thing that we did earlier in taking them out one by one, this fight's pretty easy. So we got through that without really we wasted a Necro Leash. It remains to be seen whether I consider the Necro Leash more worthwhile. Anyway, there's a glowing rock inside. This just teaches Stone Barrier to whoever you give it to. Is that relevant? No, not really. I mean, whatever. Anyways, this guy is then going to mention that he controls the weather. Wow. Yay. He controls the weather. So scary. Oh no. Anyways. So once that's done, the dialogue, you're just going to attack him with Brushan, and that's going to inflict Plague on him. Plus, he's incredibly easy to kill anyways. Like, there really isn't much to say about this fight. The fight right in front of it is infinitely harder than this one. And I don't think there's anything else here, so that means we can just leave through the front exit this time. Around. And we're going to go ahead back to the Guild of the Wanderer. We're going to tell them that we succeeded. Actually, they don't care in the slightest. that we did it. Anyways, so that means if we take a quick look... Oops, sorry, cat. If you take a quick look at our quests here, you'll notice that from quest 20 onwards, we have 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then quest 21, which means that we have finished every single quest there is in Tyrine, and we have all of them logged, which is good. So that means that we get to leave Tyrine now. We get to go up, 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 all the way over to the left. There is actually nothing else here, so we definitely did finish. This is the Northern Mounts, which is not where we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be at the top right. That's my bad. Actually, I've wondered for a while. We're actually going to do a little live adventure. All of us together. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but there's 2 more things that we need to check out. So we might as well do that. Because I did mention there's 2 more things that you cannot do without Marion in the party. So let's check those out. Now, the first one here is the Fortress of Ceres. You'll remember last time, as soon as we came here, we fell into the hole. We fell into that hole that killed, well, didn't kill us, that put us at the boss of this place. Which is fine. Oh, Brushan actually showing us that there's the thing here. I don't know if he did that earlier, but whatever. Oh, look, he does show it. So he has to be level 27 or, like, around there to show this path. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't know that he showed this one. Now, I wonder. I don't think this is gonna work. And this is gonna drop us in again. Okay, I see. I feel that was worth the attempt, though. Actually? Okay. And having Marion in the party also does not prevent that from blowing up in your face. I feel like both of those were pretty decent attempts. Like, you never know, right? Anyways, back through here. And I guess we're just gonna leave. We're back at the mountaintop, and we're gonna leave again. So, I feel like that was definitely worth the shot. I don't know why that guard runs into the corner like that. Anyways. We're gonna head back into the school district. You might remember that I did mention that we had something to do here as well. So we're just gonna take care of that real quick. If you're wondering why I'm using spells on these weak enemies, it's because I don't want to have Marion die to the poison. Otherwise, I have to revive her again, and blah, that's just drag. Okay, anyways, we're gonna kill that, and we're gonna quickly grab the chest here with telekinesis. And this chest has an XP egg and a mind crystal. Is that really relevant? No, not really relevant. You cannot grab this, just so you know. And then I think if you stand here, you can grab this chest as well. Which is going to have 1,337 gold. So the gold is not that bad. Like, the gold value is pretty decent for, like, an item that you find for free. Now we can run around here, check if there's anything else that we did not find earlier, but I sincerely doubt it. As you can see, the hidden paths are being indicated. Did we actually ever check that? Oh yeah, right. There's one more thing here. Now, if you have the Reeker bulb, you might not be inclined to actually find this. But if you put $1 in the party, you can have $1 drink it, and she's gonna get a 50 HP bonus. So there's that. Alright, so now we've really done everything. We've gotten the chest with our telekinetic powers. We have done everything. I think the only thing that I didn't bother doing is unlocking the first room of treasures, but it is what it is. Anyways, we did the bonus fights in Shandara. Okay, so now we're gonna head up. Am I in the right place? I think I'm not in the right place still. I think these are just ignored. Yeah, we're not on Soulwind Crest. For some reason, the amount of anti-spirits that fights you here is insanely high, by the way. Like, it's actually insane how many spawn here to fight you. Anyways, we're gonna keep heading up. No, this leads to Shandara. The north of Tyrine, for some reason, always confuses me. Oh, so Sarah just learned Bitwig Calling. So this is level 28. It's when she has to beat. It's not that special, but it inflicts Ice Jail, which works on those enemies. Anyways, we have a save crystal right here. And yeah, we're just going to continue our little journey. Up, 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 up. I think Marion can read what this says, and that's going to give us the Zarathus Scimitar. Is the Zarathus Scimitar worth it? Well, he can't equip it, and neither can she. I think it's a weapon only Gwendala can equip. Is it worth it? No, probably not, but, you know, it's an item. Anyways, we almost have gotten rid of the Reeker bulb. Rejoice on that front. So, yeah. We can almost use any party that we like, because we're almost, like, the Reeker bulb is almost gone. Now, on one hand, I do like the Reeker bulb and everything that it means for the game. On the other hand, I do think it sucks how I cannot use the party that I might want to use. For example, use Gwendala, or I did not need to use telekinesis there. Anyways, these Minotaurs really should not be an issue for you if you have the Thorn Blade and if you've been following along. I believe if you take the northern path here, you're gonna get some gold. As always. And other than that, I don't think this place has anything special in particular. I usually, like, just avoid the Minotaurs because they're kind of tedious to deal with. But I guess we'll just fight. Keeping Marion alive is basically impossible here anyways. And I don't think any of these has another secret, so it doesn't matter too much anyways. So as you can see, Ice Jail, lovely little skill. Basically another form of paralysis or anything similar to that. And I think... No, okay. So if we're here, we can find another ripped teddy bear. Just in case you hadn't found one yet. There's one right there. And I believe there's nothing else here. Is there? Checking, 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 checking. I don't see anything at least. Anyway, so that's where we're gonna put our nice little save file number 1. Because once we head up here, we are actually going to venture straight into Chapter 3, the Snowstorm. Now, Chapter 3, we're actually going to be teleporting all the way to Zulle. And once we're in Zulle, there's a lot of things you can do in Zulle. And I do mean a lot of things. But the very first thing we're going to do... We can talk to that guy. He's going to give us a couple quests. Now, we can now take Marion out of the party. So we're going to put Wendala in the party. And we're going to talk to this guy. Now, this guy is going to mention... that he wants to find his sword that he has lost. We're going to give Sarah the Millipov bow just in case, so that we are sure that we don't accidentally die because we don't have anything to counter the Millipovs with. Because I know how tedious it can be if you accidentally forget to have an anti-Millipov weapon. So we're gonna leave, and if you want to complete that quest as fast as possible, it's right there. One step to the left of the log. So go back, give this guy his stupid sword back, and he's going to be super happy, and you can duel him so that you can see his fantastic power. Obviously, we're gonna absolutely squash him, and he's going to leave the house so that he can now guard the outside. Yay. Now, the next thing you can do is you can... This is the main quest. You can venture down here, and you can just quickly reset until you see this blue wolf right here. Now, this wolf... you have to say, yes, I hate humans too. And then you say, my quest is important. Then you have to admit that Brushan is not an important member of the party. And Karouche here is going to give Brushan a special item, namely the Necklace of Bahanur, which is going to give him the Baron Wolf State. And the Baron Wolf State, what it does basically is it allows Brushan to deal a lot more damage. So we're gonna equip him with the Crease Jaws, now that the main purpose for our for his plague-inducing statuses is gone. I'm feeling cheated here. I was told that this was going to work against Millipuffs, and I feel like that was not dealing a lot of damage against the Millipuffs, but okay. Anyways, Cecina here is going to tell us that we should not be heading north. At first I actually thought that that was because of something else, but I kind of get why that is now. Anyways, we can buy a lot of great bows here, including the Sun Flasher, which is a really good bow, so I'm going to buy it. Another good bow, by the way, is over here, the... No. Anyways, she's also going to give us a good quest. She's also going to give us a quest to find the Sword of Ages. The Sword of Ages, you'll find it pretty much naturally. Anyways, we're going to talk to these people, and these people are actually going to welcome Sarah back into their community, because yay, Sarah's back, woo! Also, we had some bad news. Your parents are dead, and random, your parents have disappeared, and, you know, someone also killed your sister, and all your masters, because, you know, they really hate you. But, you know, other than that, welcome back, you know. We're all so happy to see you, Sarah. You know, aside from the fact that your parents are dead, and, everyone you've ever known is dead. But other than that, like, everyone's so happy to see you. Anyways, so once that, you can enter the bedroom. There's a fight here against this angel thing, whatever she's supposed to be. Kill her, that's going to give you a blank mirror. I think that thing has a chance to drop a mantra tier, I'm not entirely sure. And then, like, I think that's actually all there's in here, or pretty much all at least. There's a necro tier in there, and then you cannot venture up here because there's evil. So we can leave here. Random is going to mention that his parents' house is empty. Some other people are living there right now. So it's all, you know, it's all pretty bad. Just to show, I did forget one thing, so I'm going to quickly head back to show you what the one thing that I missed is. Thank God I remembered before we were too deep into Zulle. The one thing that I had not yet done is all the way back at the start, back in Tyrine, basically. It is kind of a trek back, but I don't know if it's particularly worth it, but I'll just show it since it is completionism. You know, completionism isn't half-inism, so we're going to quickly head back and do that, so that I can safely say that we've done everything there is that's humanly possible to do in Tyrine. So, heading back all the way down here, we can head here, then there, head to the right again. those with keen memory will remember that there was the lady here, Teresa, that's going to take us back down. And then we head this way. That's where we found the first ripped teddy bear. And then this time we are allowed into the water. Last time we weren't allowed in here. Now, if you don't have Sarah in the party, Random is going to refuse to actually enter here as well. So we're going to save in slot 3 real quick. And this is the Squid God. So the Squid God is a, I won't call him a decently hard enemy because I don't think he's that difficult. But the main point is that he does regain HP and get status buffs every single turn. Now, this doesn't really matter since you can't just bleed. You can just bleed him. You can just bleed him and then you can kill him. You'll get 1 ice cake for killing him. But that's about all. That's all there's to it. Like, you might see why I wasn't too keen on, like, why I don't really care. But there's that. Anyways, and then here is the big thing. This is a pick of fortune and it's sick. Oh no. Sarah cannot actually cure him. Oh no. But there is a way to cure him. We can give him the Reeker bulb. Believe it or not, giving him the Reeker bulb actually works, and all characters are going to get 6,000 XP for that. 6,000 XP. Now that is a lot of XP. Now there's 2 options here. Option 1, you're a little wee-woo coward, and you do this now because you want to get rid of the Reeker bulb. Option 2, you don't do this now. You wait. And, well, let's just say that it's going to get better for you later on. But, obviously, there's not a lot of people that want to wait. Because they want to get rid of the Reeker bulb. Like, now. And not in an hour or 2. But yeah, if you wait, the Reeker bulb, does not... Okay, so this is just going to teach Marion Milla Vanilla, which is going to basically let her kill Millipuffs. Now, Marion's going to help her. That's going to give Marion some XP. It doesn't really matter too much. And we got asked to deliver a package. That too does not matter too much. The only thing that you need to be careful of is if you complete a couple quests. Actually, yeah, that's the only quest that I might just complete right now. Just got to find which house it is exactly. No. I always get lost here. There it is. She's going to ask for you to donate. So if you donate 100 gold, we're going to get the XP for finishing that quest. So they're going to be very happy that we completed that quest. And that's going to be quest right here. 59A. Now, I don't know why that's 59A, but it's 59A. Now, our current quest over here is to reach Adratana. So the quest here is to go and visit the elders of Mazul right now, I think. So we're gonna do that. Now, another thing that you can do here is you can duel her, but she's gonna request that Random comes to her alone if you want to duel her. Now, obviously, you're gonna notice that guy. It's pretty hard to miss him, really. And then we can talk to these guys. We can also head in here. That's going to give us healing items if you don't have any yet, including energy herbs, which I suppose does have some purpose, so we might actually buy those. Since they remove fatigue, you'll see why that's relevant later on. We can head in here. We can give this guy gold. Then we talk to this guy. Oh no, the guy was a scammer. We're not going to complete any other quests yet. This guy's going to give us a quest, though. This guy's going to give us a quest, though. We can venture up here. And then we can go ahead, go up here. We're going to get permission to leave. And then these guys are going to give us a quest to kill all the Millipuffs around here. And then Wenelin is going to talk to us. He's actually one of the few people that stays nice to us. The others aren't particularly happy with us, given the fact that we are sort of the direct cause that a lot of people are dead. Anyways, the next thing that you can do... Well, I mean, you can put Marion in the party, first of all. Instead of Brucian, I suppose. Make sure that she is both alive and nicely healed. And then it's going to be a lot less of a hassle to kill these Millipuffs, because Marion's spell does actually work really well against them. Deals about 2,000 damage. And what you can do is you can put Marion on the bench, so to speak. You can bench her, as you would say in, like, I don't know, a Pokemon game, for example. And that way, rather than her taking poison damage, she will not take any damage at all. And you'll be able to quickly swap her back in when you're going to fight the next Millipuff. And that way, you can save a little bit on the amount of healing that you need to do. Anyways, that's going to give us a quest complete. It's fine to get that quest complete. And now we're just going to continue. So we're going to venture off into the unknown. Now, in case you're wondering, there is a lot of quests that we just skipped. Like, a lot of quests that we just skipped. However, there is a good reason why we're doing that. It'll make sense in a bit. I don't think you can pull that sword out. It's a bit of a hassle, but there's a lot of swords here that you can't actually pull out. Because someone put them down as a joke. You'll find that out later, that someone put them down as a joke. It's not a very funny joke either, if you ask me, but it's there. So, we kill that. And then I think you can get this up here by going there. Yep, there we go. Actually, I wonder, I don't think Sarah can equip the Legendra helmet. She cannot, I figured. Okay, anyways. So the next thing you want to do is you want to head up here. Try to dodge the Millipuffs because I don't actually have someone in my party right now that can kill him. And then over here we're actually going to encounter Iveen. She's going to tell us blah 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 blah. I don't know. I actually don't know what that was about. She's just going to tell us that she's with us and she supports us. Anyways, over here is Askbar, who joins our party. Askbar the Tall. Now, he's an orc that is going to allow us to venture further back and forth every single time. That's, you know, nice enough, I suppose. We can get the mountain bombs here, and then we can continue. And then now I recommend you heal, because I don't think there's much... Right, so this wolf is very annoying. He doesn't like being called pal. And then once we're here, we're actually going to discover why I said to heal. Because this is actually not a hard fight, but it's worth being mindful of this fight. Because he inflicts pretty strong debuffs on you. Anyway, Speedwood Calling actually does really well against these things, so there's that. And we want to Medalist Curse the Kokiko here. That's apparently not going to let us deal any real damage to him still, but... I'm pretty sure there's some cheese way to kill him, but it doesn't matter. There we go, he's dead. And now we're going to talk to this robot. And this robot is actually going to do the next part of our quest. And that's why I went here first, because it doesn't really matter what you do first anyways. You can perfectly fine do this first and then do the rest later. Now this guy's going to mention that we need to find Sandy. Finding Sandy, okay, you know, sure, fine, not an issue. Mazul traveling, so we're back here. Also, Akbar is similar to other party members, actually immune to poison. Which means if you're looking for a party that's immune to poison, that isn't just Coca-Cola and Brushin, you can add Asbar to the team and you can try and do it that way, since he won't take poison damage either. Now, perhaps a little bit more importantly, you can take Marion into the party for a second. Right here. And then we can actually unequip the Rotor Gog from her. Well, factually speaking, we can unequip everything from her because we're not going to use her anymore. But, you know. I'll use Coca-Cola for a moment just because he can actually kill... Coca-Cola can kill Millipuffs innately, which is, you know, pretty useful. And then we're going to venture back into Mazul. Okay, so we're back in Mazul, and this time we're still not going to do too many of the quests for the simple reason that I want to avoid doing too much. We're just going to head over to the east, and over here in the east, we're going to go straight here. Institute of Modern Sciences. They're telling us that we can't talk to the robot, but we don't have to. All we have to do is J-U-M-P, jump. And now that we've jumped, we're in here. You can't get that hologram of Iveen. It's impossible. Impossible. Until Laxius Force 3. So there's that. And then we can venture in here and we can actually interact with the wall. They're going to let us in because we spoke to their robot, I believe. Alright. And now, there's something very tedious that you do have to do. You have to buy at least 11 of these air bombs. Air bombs have some utility throughout the game, but a lot of them aren't particularly useful. This will actually full heal you. Talking over here to Sandy, she will tell you that she's not actually interested in rejoining the party. Oh no! I actually, like, you know, she keeps talking about her trauma from surviving Matrolia, but, you know. Anyways, Daryl is going to be a rude ass to us, which is surprisingly completely normal because he's that way the entire time. Terravan over here is going to be all threatening and stuff, which is kind of depressing because if you know what happens next, you know what happens next. And then over here, you can buy thermo suits for 3 gold apiece, which is going to be good. Now this guy, he sells you wave vibrators. These wave vibrators are a really good item. Which makes it a bit of a pity that in order to buy them, that there's actually a very clear... Also, the Zarathus Scimitar, you might not want to sell that one. You know, just saying. You can also sell the package, and I'm not sure what that does, but I don't quite fancy trying. So yeah, we can sell a couple items, but there's not really going to be that much that's worth selling. The point is we want at least 10 of these wave vibrators. That's all that really matters. Which is why you'll see me sell some random items just to get to that amount. There we go. Alright. You want to head over here. You want to talk to this guy. And you want to talk to this guy. His computer is broken. And okay, that's basically all that we had to do. We're going to head down here. You'll see Sarah's hair has changed. That's going to be a quest complete. Sandy's going to join our party. Sandy joins the party. Also, fun fact. I actually did not know that Askbar is immune to poison. And so is Sandy. And actually, I feel this is because of a simple mistake. The Reeker bulb probably just does not check for them, if I had to guess. Because I suppose Indy doesn't expect you to actually have these characters in your party at this point. But whatever. Anyways, now that we have Sandy in our party, we're actually going to make her useful. Fancy that. We're going to give her the Omen Sword, which is going to let her inflict Plague, which is already pretty decent. And we're going to give her the Seed Pendant so that she gains additional XP in fights. Now, we're going to talk to this guy. She's going to complete a quest because she's going to fix his PC. His computer. And then if we talk to this guy, we're going to be told that there is a bug in his system that we also have to try and get rid of. So that is going to be the next fight that we're going to do. Now, if you do this fight, the quest of the guy is going to change. Which I suppose is fine, but it means that you lose the wave vibrator option, which is why we had to do that earlier. And you technically don't have to talk to the guy up here to get the sword thing, but it's nicer if we just do that. Okay, anyways, so now that we've done that, we are actually en route. Sandy is level 21, which is a very low level, in case that wasn't obvious. But we're gonna make do. You'll notice that we have completed, so far, quest 56, 55, 54. So these are the quests that we've completed so far. There is, to put it briefly, there is a lot of stuff left to do in Majul. Majul, kind of just like Tyrine, is a place where there is an incredible amount of things to do. But the first things we're going to do is we're going to light the fires of Majul. It's a quest that we got told to do. You'll notice that guy keeps running away from us. Don't pay it too much mind. It's not that relevant. I mean, it's relevant, but it's not relevant when you do it, is what I'm trying to say here. And now that we have all the party members that we're going to find, now we can actually go ahead and venture in here. And lo and behold, we can now interact with the... actually, I'm going to try everything. I mean, Sarah is very high level right now. I'm going to assume that if nothing now works, it's never gonna work in terms of, you know. I can use meditation to make her have incredibly high mind powers. But yeah, I don't think any of this is gonna work. Yeah, okay. I mean, I knew it wasn't gonna work, but you know, it was worth a shot. Anyways, so once you've run out of options, you can actually give this thing the the Reeker bulb, and that's going to give 6,000 XP to all party members, which includes Sandy, which includes Marion now, which is why I waited a little bit longer, because it's going to level Askbar and Sandy up as well, which, you know, it's nice enough. For Kokai, it's going to mean that he gets a new beak. Now, I do want to try one more thing, which I realize I should have probably done like a second ago, but whatever. We're going to equip Brandon with the luck ring, and we're going to try and see if that's going to change anything for the amount of XP that we get. There we go. Nope, all characters still only 6,000 XP. So yeah, okay, there we go. That is the Reeker Bulb saga done. No more Reeker Bulb, for real. The Reeker Bulb is a donezo. So it's kind of weird to know that there's no more Reeker Bulb. Anyways, we're going to swap Sarah out with Prussian, because I kind of wanted to, like, Prussian Coca run. Don't know why. Anyways, so now that that's done, we're actually going to continue with the rest of the quests. Because, you know, we did get quests. We're going to find a food ration there and some gold there. I suppose that makes you as happy as it makes you. Now, what quests do we have left? We were told to deliver a package. So, let's head over to the left and let's deliver that package real quick. Yeah, it's this guy, I think. Nope, okay, it's that guy. Here you go, and we're gonna get the XP for that. So that's going to give XP to all our party members over here. And now we're gonna venture up here, we're gonna talk to her, we're gonna tell us that we completed that quest, we're gonna get 1,500 gold. Also, Random can keep the luck ring equipped since he no longer has to resist poison at every moment. He can now keep that ring equipped just fine. Also, we're looking for one more fire, I believe. I think it's... where could it be? Where could it be? Right, this place is full of millet puffs. It's not that we can't deal with that, but I just... Well, I mean, right now it might be a bit difficult. Although I'm pretty sure Koka just deals with them anyways. Anyways, so there's another fire there. I'm missing like one fire. It's always the same. Generally, you'll be missing one fire, and then finding that one fire can be pretty tedious. At least you'll know the quest is done when, well, when the game tells you that the quest is done. It's not particularly surprising, I suppose. Where is that last fire? Where is that last fire? Where is that last fire? Oh, there it is. There we go. Alright. So that's another quest complete. Everyone's super happy. And that means we can cash in our reward for that quest as well. By venturing up here into the left. Not you. Yeah, that doesn't belong to me. I'm aware. Alright, so we get 1,000 gold for that one as well. Now you can venture up here and talk to this guy. He's gonna be very proud of the fact that he got all those moose heads. I don't really believe that to begin with, but whatever. And then there's not much in here. So, okay. So you might be wondering, like, okay, well, we did the quests in the Zulle. But you'll notice, if we go ahead and look at our quest list, we have 42, great, 49, oops, 50, 54, 55, 56, 58, 59. That's a lot of quests missing, ain't it? Now you'll notice this place is completely busted. So we'll head here. And we're going to point out that we want to join. And they're actually just going to, you know, let us. Like, they're just going to allow us to join. Which, you know, is kind of cool, I suppose. Anyways, so we're going to be told to give someone a package. give someone a package all the way over in the Hotel Dial, I don't know. So we're going to go ahead and quickly do that. We're going to venture up east, we're going to head up north, and we're going to venture in here. This guy is going to sell us stuff that I don't want. This guy is going to be very happy when we give him 200 gold. I don't know if that does anything, but I feel like being a nice person. There's a lizard here that we can kill. And there's a guy here we can talk to. And then we can enter the hotel. And I feel like the start of the hotel is a good place to leave it off for today. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next time.